My name's Dave, and I've spent most of my life outdoors here in Canada's western frontier. I believe one thing to be true. Outside is therapy. It's where we both reconnect and disconnect. I hope you'll come with me as we build, explore, and repeat.
There's a whole bunch of brands in America that we just don't have in Canada. So I'm trying Chef Bruce Idell's. These are habanero and green chili sausages. Yum. And this is all we need. Condiments are for rich people. I guess in relativity terms, most of us in North America are probably considered rich. I think if you got good friends, and food and a roof over your head, I feel like you could probably call yourself rich. Snow's coming down pretty good now. I think we're out of the sketchy stuff though. So, and I only say sketchy because of the snow. Well, actually, I don't even say sketchy because of the snow. I say sketchy because I'm solo. And you just have to consider the things differently when you're solo. You just do. You just do. Now we're cooking with propane. I haven't cooked a meal on the stove at all yet, so I'm happy we're having a nice hearty meal. Now seems like as good a time as any to show you guys what I picked up from Overland Outfitters in Surrey, because we're going to be making coffee right when we're done eating for the rest of the trip out, and then we need to find a place to camp for tonight that's not too far away. I'd like to stick about 2 to 3 hours from Portland so that in the morning I can wake up super early, get to Portland by Tuesday. So you guys remember over here we used to have our water can that would stand right up, and that was powered by a 12 volt, let's switch those guys out. A 12 volt water pump from Princess Auto. That was taking up a lot of space, and it wasn't super convenient anymore to run water, and I've decided that I need something that I can kind of bathe with. Shout out to Maddie from Overland Outfitters. You're a bitchin' human. I like you. But I picked up a water port. So this is the smallest one that they make, but as you can see, and it's really cool. It's small. I think it's 5 gallons. And you just kind of undo this thing and pump it. And that gives you water. And that means that I can hang this up somewhere in the camper, right? And have a small shower. So that's super cool. And so far it's working out really well. I made some coffee with it already using the water port, and we're gonna do that again here in just a few minutes. Our hash browns are almost done. Now it's almost time to toast our buns. This might be as much as Washington can show us at this time of year, because we are still up in, we're up in the Cascade Mountains, so it's possible that there's just no routes we can take with the Fronty Solo that'll not run into snow. So we'll turn and burn after lunch. We'll put some miles down and just see where we come up with and what we can find. Maybe we find ourselves in the desert tonight. Who knows? Yeah, this snow is really coming down now. You can just see it. It's just coating everything. This is super nice. Oh, I love that. Sweet. Yep. I'm gonna pack all this back up, and I'll see you guys on the road. Well, with visiting Washington and attempting the Cascades Adventure route kind of behind me, we're going to start descending the mountain now and get back onto the road. I'm absolutely blown away by the beauty here. The waterfalls, everything is just absolutely stunning. But we're going to try and make the push into the high desert countries in Oregon. So we are leaving Washington, but not before we take in some of the local festivities. We pushed through the night, but before we did get to our late check-in on the side of the road with another overlander, we decided to stop in at a local mountain town and grab a bite to eat. Well, here I am. Beautiful morning, and it's time for a bit of a wipe down bath. We drove all night. I pulled into this place around 3 o'clock in the morning with another overlander running behind me, right beside me. I so do apologize if I kept you guys up. I know I was being kind of loud, but I could hear your diesel heater going in the background, and I really wanted my buddy heater going because it was pretty cold. This might have been one of the coldest nights I think yet, and we both woke up to snow. An absolutely beautiful place to spend the morning, and this is an absolute treat because I'm actually standing in my camper right now, and as I look out the window I can see all these volcanoes. These are from the Newberry Cascade Battlegrounds, so every few thousand years this area just goes absolutely crazy with volcanic activity, sending molten lava and rocks hurling through the skies for miles and miles around. And eventually what happens is that the lava does cool down, and as the geological foundation gets a little bit more stable, water then returns to the area and then just flows through these igneous rocks and lava tubes and just flows back into the rivers, and it creates just an absolutely beautiful space. It also has a big role to play in some of the migratory routes of the species of fish that inhabit the area. Happens to sit along a very important migratory route for salmon in the area. Despite our best efforts, sometimes when humans are modifying the environment to better suit us, we create obstacles for the wildlife. And you're probably thinking, like, well, why do we need to hatch fish? Nature just does it. You're right, nature does do it. But when nature also, and by nature I mean us, when nature also creates dams to redirect water flow, so that we can have potable drinking water for our cities and towns, we affect that water quite a bit. And in order to maintain fish populations, the departments that we create in Canada and America and throughout the world are built to maintain those populations as best as we can. And so we create things like trout and salmon and fish hatcheries so that we can maybe not undo the damage we've done, but maybe make it not as brutal and lower our impact on the world around us. And it's really important because we're not the only animal on this planet that's required by the laws of nature to have fresh water and a clean environment to live. The river right here is one of those protected rivers because this is a migratory route for salmon. And they know that because they're able to track the salmon from where they come in off the ocean all the way down from the very, very up north in Alaska, all the way down these rivers. And they come up here to migrate and to hatch. And they go all the way out. And a lot of the times they'll actually just die. This is where salmon are incredibly weird. Salmon will travel through the salt waters of the ocean, the Atlantic or the Pacific Ocean, migrate up freshwater streams, spawn, and then either die or migrate out. So they're they're dependent strongly on our rivers, and we got to do our best to just try to make sure that they have an environment that they can grow in. And if you're ever touring through a state and you're curious as to what's available, pick up a local fishing guide. A lot of the times they're kind of just hanging out here. You can see these ones been here for a while, so they probably haven't been used as much. In this hatchery, they've got Chinook, coho, steelhead, and trout. Steelhead's a really, really popular game fish right now. Steelhead seems to be getting super, super popular. They're essentially just a giant rainbow trout that actually goes to the ocean. So similar to salmon, one of those weird forks of evolution that nature has just done to ensure a healthy fish population, and it's super, super, super cool. So silvery fish enter the rivers headed to the spawning areas. So that would be these areas over here. They change in form and color as they advance. So as they grow, they this hook here in coho salmon, I think, specifically, or maybe it's Chinook salmon or even pink salmon, they'll get this hook in their nose later on. And then what they do is they detour the rivers into the hatcheries. And then there are eggs that are taken from the adult females. They're fertilized. And then the tiny fish that they call fingerlings are reintroduced back into that migratory stream. And they grow up and they go back to the Pacific Ocean, grow up to the maturity, and then they come back. And that's basically our attempt at making sure that that cycle continues. See all that churning, all that water churning? That's all the fish. As I move close, they want to scatter because they see my shadow. And they're moving along, and that's causing the water to bubble. So very cool. So these must be the fingerlings. And then when you come over here and see the sheer size of these guys, oh yeah, you see that? Yeah, that's huge. That is a big fish. That's got to be at least, it's got to be at least 30 inches. Someone's going to catch that next year and they're just going to be blown away by it. So cool. Oh, that's cool. So very cool. This is so cool, man. Ah. I'm such a simpleton. It's the little things that make me so happy. Like just seeing these things, seeing how this works is so neat. All right, stop lollygagging, Dave. I feel like if I were to stop everywhere I want to stop, I would need like a year, if not more, to do this trip. Much more. But hi-ho. Hi-ho forest dweller away. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. Very cool. I've been running east, looking for sunset, digging deep since 99. What I thought was gone, sitting in my pocket, in plain sight, all along. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the four, pulling stitches. Time to let go.
toast for those lost old eyes. And my crooked little heart that seems so rebellious is falling apart right now. I'm bleeding an easy kill, gonna leave it all behind. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the fold, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come one may.
What are you doing?
Caught behind the Asian line, out of reach for the city line. This ain't where I belong.
Crank that way down. Hey, that was a little crazy. All right. Hopefully that stays out. All right, guys, I'm gonna sit here, eat some supper, probably watch a movie, and then I'm gonna crash because I did not sleep well last night. So I will see you guys in the morning. Oh boy. Morning. It got cold last night. Quite cold. Probably like -10. Man, it's coldest. Heater went out. It's time to get a different style of heater, I think. Or at least find a way to make it run better. Got my booper snoots. My booper snoots. Booper snoots, please. Got your booper snoots, please. Oh man, coffee is gonna be so nice this morning. Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning, and we're just packing up camp. We're gonna make our way west. We're gonna find ourselves a hotel for today because I need to shower, and it's the beginning of the week, so it's back to work. So this trip switches from leisure to work, and that just means that we gotta work. So that's okay. So we're gonna throw things together, close everything up, and we'll be on our way. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to end it here and start making our way back up to Portland, where we're probably going to get a hotel for the night and just clean up because it's work time, like I said. So that's what we're going to do. Truck's all packed up. Zeus is in there. Camper's closed. All we got to do next is make some miles. Remember, guys, live free, be wild, spend some time outdoors, go somewhere you haven't been before, and do something that you're scared of. So 2023 starting off with a bang. Let's get it. See you guys on the next one.